In a quiet town nestled between rolling hills and sparkling rivers, a young girl named Mia sat on her porch, gazing at the horizon. The world around her was vibrant, full of life and color, but her heart felt heavy. Mia had lost her closest friend Leo, who had moved away a few months ago. Their friendship had been a source of joy and laughter, and now, without him, everything felt dull and empty. Mia and Leo had shared countless adventures. They would explore the woods behind their houses, climb trees, and dream about the future. They talked about everything: school, family, and their hopes for what lay ahead. But after Leo's family moved to another state, Mia felt a void that seemed impossible to fill. Each day, she would check her phone, hoping for a message or a call. Sometimes she would send him texts, but the replies were few and far between. Leo was busy adjusting to his new school and making new friends, and Mia understood that. Still, the silence made her feel distant from him, like they were separated by a great ocean. One afternoon, as the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, Mia felt an overwhelming urge to reach out to Leo. She picked up her phone and stared at his contact. Her fingers hovered over the screen, hesitating. What could she say? Would he even want to hear from her? The uncertainty gnawed at her. Finally, she took a deep breath and typed out a message. "Hey, Leo, I hope you're doing well. I miss you so much and think about our adventures all the time. Can we chat soon?" She pressed send and watched the screen, waiting for a reply. Minutes turned into hours, and just when she was about to give up hope, her phone buzzed. "Hey, Mia. I miss you too. Things have been crazy here. Let's talk soon." Mia's heart leapt. She felt a spark of hope igniting within her. They arranged a video call for the following weekend. As the days passed, she prepared for their conversation. She thought about all the things they could talk about: the woods, their dreams, and everything in between. When the day finally arrived, Mia sat in front of her computer, excitement bubbling inside her. As the video call connected, Leo's familiar face appeared on the screen. He looked different, a bit older and more grown-up, but his smile was the same. It filled her heart with warmth. "Hey, Mia," he said, his voice bright and cheerful. "Leo, it's so good to see you," she replied, grinning widely. They spent hours catching up. Leo shared stories about his new school, his new friends, and the adventures he had been having. Mia listened intently, feeling a mix of happiness for him and sadness for herself. She missed their shared experiences, the laughter that echoed through the trees. "I wish you could come visit," Leo said, his face turning serious for a moment. "It's not the same without you here." Mia's heart sank. "I wish I could, too. I miss our adventures so much." As the conversation continued, Mia realized that while they were apart, their friendship still held a special place in both their hearts. They talked about planning a visit, and Leo promised to come back soon. Mia felt a renewed sense of hope. Maybe their friendship could survive the distance after all. After the call ended, Mia sat in silence, reflecting on their conversation. She felt a warm glow of happiness, but it was tinged with a hint of sadness. Leo was moving forward with his life, and she was still here, feeling stuck. The distance between them was not just physical. It felt emotional too. Determined to bridge that gap, Mia decided to send Leo a package. She gathered some of their favorite memories photos from their adventures, a small scrapbook filled with silly drawings, and a letter expressing how much their friendship meant to her. As she packaged everything up, she felt a sense of purpose. It was a way to reconnect, to show Leo that no matter the distance, he was still important to her. She rushed to the post office, her heart racing with excitement. A week later, Mia received a message from Leo. "I got your package. This is amazing. I can't believe you remembered all these things. It means so much to me." Mia smiled, warmth spreading through her. They continued to exchange messages and calls, sharing snippets of their lives. Each conversation brought them closer, and even though they were miles apart, it felt like they were side by side again. As time went on, Mia learned to cherish the moments they shared, both near and far. She realized that distance could not erase the bond they had built. With each message, she felt more hopeful about their friendship and what the future would hold. One sunny afternoon, Mia sat on her porch once more, this time with a feeling of contentment. Though Leo was not physically there, she felt his presence in her heart. She knew that they would continue to support each other, no matter where life took them. And so, in a world where distance could easily tear friendships apart, Mia and Leo found a way to navigate the challenges. Their connection, once threatened by separation, became a testament to the strength of their bond. In the end, Mia realized that love and friendship could conquer any distance. As she looked out at the horizon, she felt a sense of hope for the future, knowing that true connections could withstand the tests of time and space. The blind princes loved the human, and though they faced challenges, their hearts remained intertwined, proving that love could thrive even in times of chaos. Asterisk. The blind princess loved the human, now the alien. Throne is in chaos. After Mia and Leo's heartfelt video call, Mia felt a mix of happiness and longing. The world around her seemed brighter, but the distance still weighed heavily on her heart. Leo was thousands of miles away, and even though they kept in touch, it felt like something was missing. Mia spent many afternoons thinking about their friendship. She cherished the memories they had created together, climbing trees, sharing secrets, and dreaming about their futures. Whenever she thought about those times, a smile would break across her face, but it was quickly followed by a wave of sadness. She missed Leo's laughter, the way they could talk about anything, and the comfort of having him nearby. One day, while wandering through the local park, Mia saw a group of children playing. They were laughing and running around, just like she and Leo used to do. As she watched them, a pang of nostalgia hit her. She wanted to reach out to Leo, to share her life with him again, but she didn't know how to bridge the gap that distance had created. That evening, Mia sat at her desk with a blank piece of paper in front of her. She wanted to write a letter to Leo, but the words felt stuck in her throat. How could she express everything she felt? After several minutes of staring at the paper, she took a deep breath and began to write. "Dear Leo," she started, "I miss you more than I can say. Every day I think about our adventures and how much fun we had together. I'm so proud of you for making new friends, but I wish I could be there with you." As she wrote, memories flooded her mind, building forts in the backyard, racing bikes, and trading silly jokes. Each memory brought a smile to her face. She realized that even though they were apart, their friendship was still strong. She continued writing, pouring her heart onto the page. "I want to hear more about your new school and everything you're doing. Let's plan a time to talk about all the things we've missed. I hope we can see each other again soon." Mia finished the letter with a flourish and sealed it in an envelope. She felt lighter, as if writing it had helped lift some of the weight from her heart. The next day, she sent the letter to Leo, eager for his reply. Days turned into weeks, and while she waited for a response, Mia focused on her own life. She joined a local art class, hoping to channel her feelings into painting. Each brushstroke helped her express the emotions she had been carrying. She painted scenes of her and Leo exploring the woods, laughing and playing together, capturing the joy they had shared. One afternoon, while painting in the park, she heard a familiar voice call her name. It was her friend Sarah, who had always been supportive. "Hey, Mia, what are you working on?" Sarah asked, sitting down beside her. I'm painting Leo and me, Mia replied, pointing to the canvas. I really miss him. I wish we could hang out like we used to. Sarah smiled gently. It's hard being apart from someone you care about, but you're doing a great job of keeping the friendship alive. Have you thought about visiting him? Mia's heart raced at the thought. I would love to, but it's so far away, and I don't know if my parents would let me go alone. Maybe you could talk to them about it. If it means that much to you, they might help you make it happen, Sarah suggested. Mia felt a surge of hope. Maybe visiting Leo was possible after. She spent the next few days thinking about how to talk to her parents. She wanted to explain how important Leo was to her and how much she missed their friendship. Finally, one evening, she gathered her courage and sat down with her parents. Mom, Dad, can we talk? She asked, her voice slightly shaky. They nodded, giving her their full attention. I've been thinking about Leo, and I really miss him. I want to visit him this summer. I know it's a long way, but I think it would mean a lot to both of us, she said. Her heart pounding. Her parents exchanged glances. Visiting Leo sounds like a big step, honey, her mom said gently. But we understand how important friendships are. Have you thought about how you would get there? Mia nodded. I've looked up flights, and I can stay with his family. We can explore his new town together. After a thoughtful pause, her dad smiled. If it's really important to you, we'll help you arrange the trip. We just want to make sure you. Mia's visit with Leo was everything she had hoped for and more. They laughed, shared secrets, and created new memories together. But as the days flew by, Mia couldn't shake the feeling that their time was limited. The end of her visit approached quickly, and with it came a wave of sadness. She didn't want to go back to her old life without Leo by her side. On their last night together, Mia and Leo sat outside under a blanket of stars. The cool breeze rustled the leaves, and the world felt peaceful. I can't believe you have to leave tomorrow, Leo said, his voice soft. Mia looked up at the stars, feeling the weight of his words. I know. I wish I could stay longer. It's been so nice being with you again. Leo turned to her, his expression serious. You know, just because we're far apart doesn't mean we can't stay connected. We can still share our lives, even from a distance. Mia smiled, feeling a flicker of hope. I want that so much. I don't want to lose what we have. Let's make a plan, Leo suggested. We can set regular times to call each other, and we can keep writing letters. I'll even start a blog where we can share our adventures. It'll be like we're exploring together, even if we're apart. Mia's heart filled with excitement. That sounds amazing. I love that idea. With renewed determination, they spent the night brainstorming ways to stay connected. They decided to create a schedule for video calls, plan themed movie nights, and even start a joint scrapbook where they could share photos and drawings. As they talked and laughed, Mia realized that their friendship could thrive, no matter the distance. The next morning, as she packed her bags, Mia felt a mix of sadness and hope. She didn't want to leave, but she also felt empowered by their plans. Leo walked her to the airport, and as they stood in front of the terminal, Mia felt tears welling in her eyes. I'll miss you so much, she said, her voice trembling. Leo pulled her into a tight hug. I'll miss you too, but this isn't goodbye. It's just a see you later. Remember, we have our plans. As she boarded the plane, Mia felt a sense of determination. She would make the effort to keep their friendship alive. When she arrived home, she immediately began organizing her life around their new schedule. She set reminders for their calls and started collecting photos to share with Leo. The first few weeks back home were tough. Mia missed Leo terribly, but she focused on their plans. They talked every Sunday evening, sharing stories about their weeks and discussing their dreams. Leo would tell her about his new friends, and Mia would share her art projects and funny moments from school. Each conversation brought them closer, and she felt the distance between them slowly shrinking. One day, while scrolling through her phone, Mia came across an article about long-distance friendships. It offered tips on how to stay connected, can strengthen bonds, and one suggestion caught her eye: send surprise gifts. Mia's mind raced with ideas. She wanted to do something special for Leo, something that would remind him of their friendship. That weekend, Mia went to the local craft store and picked out a few supplies. She decided to create a small care package filled with things that represented their friendship. She included a little painting she had made of their favorite tree, some of their favorite snacks, and a handwritten letter filled with memories and encouragement. As she carefully packaged everything, Mia felt a sense of excitement. She imagined Leo's face when he opened the box. After finishing the package, she rushed to the post office, eager to send it off. A few days later, Mia received a text from Leo. "Hey, guess what just arrived?" Mia's heart raced. "What did you think?" "It's amazing. I love the painting. It made me so happy." "Thank you so much." Mia beamed at the message. Knowing she could bring joy to Leo made her feel fulfilled. They continued to exchange small gifts and letters, and each surprise strengthened their bond. It felt like they were sharing a piece of each other's lives, even from afar. As the months passed, Mia started to notice changes within herself. The sadness she had felt when Leo first moved away transformed into a sense of purpose. She learned to embrace her creativity and explore new hobbies. Her art flourished, and she began to share her paintings online, inspired by her friendship with Leo. One evening, during one of their calls, Leo mentioned that he had started a photography project. "I want to capture the beauty of my new town," he said excitedly. "Maybe I can create a photo book to share with you." Mia's eyes lit up. "That's a fantastic idea. We can trade our projects, and it'll be like we're experiencing each other's worlds." Leo nodded. "Exactly. We can even plan a virtual art show. We'll showcase our work to each other, and it'll feel like we're together." Their plans brought a renewed energy to their friendship. Mia could hardly believe how far they had come. The distance that once felt so heavy now felt manageable and even exciting. They had learned to adapt and find new ways to express their connection. One day, as Mia was painting, she received a message from Leo. "I've been thinking, would you want to visit again? Maybe I can come to see you this summer?" Mia's heart soared at the thought. "Yes, I would love that. We can explore your town and create even more memories together." As they continued to plan their future visits, Mia realized that their friendship had transformed her life. She had learned the importance of communication, creativity, and resilience. The distance that once felt like a barrier had become a bridge, connecting them even more deeply. In the end, Mia understood that love and friendship could conquer any distance. The blind princess loved the human, and their bond had grown stronger through their shared efforts. As they looked forward to the future, Mia felt a sense of hope and excitement. No matter where life took them, they would always find a way to reconnect, proving that true friendships can endure anything. As summer approached, Mia felt a mix of excitement and worry. She had been looking forward to Leo's visit for weeks, but with each passing day, the thought of seeing him again made her heart race. Would things be the same? Would they still share the same laughter? Or would the distance that had separated them change everything? Mia spent her days preparing for Leo's arrival. She wanted everything to be perfect. She cleaned her room, decorated it with her favorite paintings, and even prepared a list of places they could visit together. But deep down, Mia struggled with a fear that lingered in her heart. What if Leo had changed too much? What if their friendship wasn't as strong as it used to be? On the day Leo was set to arrive, Mia could barely contain her excitement. She paced back and forth in her room, checking the clock every few minutes. Finally, she heard a knock on the door. Her heart raced as she opened it to find Leo standing there, a big smile on his face and a backpack slung over one shoulder. "Mia!" he exclaimed, pulling her into a warm hug. "I'm so happy to see you." Mia hugged him tightly, feeling the familiar comfort of his presence. "I'm so glad you're here. I missed you so much." As they stepped inside, Mia noticed how different Leo looked. He seemed taller, and his hair had grown longer. But his smile was the same, bright and full of joy. They quickly fell into conversation, sharing stories about their lives since their last visit. It felt natural, as if no time had passed at all. First day was filled with laughter and exploration. They visited the park, climbed trees, and shared their favorite snacks. Mia felt the joy of their friendship return, but a small part of her still worried about the distance that had once separated them. On the second day, they planned to visit a local art gallery that Mia had always wanted to see. As they walked, Mia felt a sense of nervousness creeping in. "Leo," she said hesitantly, "I've been thinking, what if we can't connect like we used to? What if we've changed too much?" Leo looked at her with understanding. "I felt the same way before I came, but I believe our friendship is strong. We've worked hard to stay connected, and that means something." Mia smiled, feeling encouraged by his words. "You're right. We've faced the distance together, and we can do it again." When they arrived at the art gallery, Mia's heart raced with excitement. She loved art, and sharing it with Leo made it even more special. As they walked through the gallery, they admired the paintings and sculptures. They discussed their favorite pieces, sharing thoughts and feelings like they always did. Suddenly, Leo stopped in front of a large painting of a sunset. "This reminds me of our late-night talks," he said, his eyes shining. "We used to watch the sunset together and dream about the future." Mia's heart swelled with nostalgia. "Yes, I remember those nights. We talked about everything, our dreams, our fears, and all the adventures we wanted to have." Leo turned to her, a serious look on his face. "Mia, no matter what happens, in the future, I want you to know that you mean a lot to me. The distance didn't change that. We can keep building our friendship, even if we're miles apart again." Mia felt tears welling in her eyes. "I feel the same way, Leo. I've learned so much about myself since you moved. I want us to continue growing together, no matter where life takes us." After leaving the gallery, they returned to Mia's home, where they decided to start their joint scrapbook project. They gathered photos, drawings, and mementos from their time together. As they worked, they shared their hopes for the future. Mia wanted to explore more of her art, and Leo dreamed of traveling and capturing TH. After Leo's visit, Mia felt both happy and sad. She cherished the memories they created together, but the distance once again loomed over her. They had made promises to stay connected, yet the thought of being apart was still hard. Mia wanted to keep their friendship strong, but she sometimes felt uncertain about how to do it. Back at school, Mia found herself daydreaming in class. She often thought about Leo, his laughter, and the adventures they shared. She missed his encouragement, especially when she faced challenges in her art. Whenever she felt stuck, she wished she could just call him and hear his voice. One afternoon, during lunch with her friends, Mia shared her feelings. "I just feel like I'm losing touch with Leo," she said, pushing her food around on her plate, that her friend Sarah looked at her with concern. "Have you talked to him since he left?" "Not yet. I want to, but I don't know what to say." "It feels like everything has changed," Mia replied, her voice filled with worry. "Why don't you send him a surprise gift?" Sarah suggested. "You did that before, and it made him so happy." It might be a great way to reconnect. Mia's eyes lit up at the idea. That's a great thought. I could send him one of my paintings, maybe with a little note about how much I miss him. Excited by the plan, Mia spent the next few days working on a special painting for Leo. She chose a scene from their favorite park, where they had spent countless hours exploring. As she painted, she poured her feelings into the artwork, capturing the joy of their friendship and the beauty of the memories they had made. When she finished, Mia felt proud. The painting was vibrant and full of life, just like her friendship with Leo. She carefully wrapped it and wrote a heartfelt note to go with it. "Dear Leo," she wrote, "I miss you so much. This painting is for you to remind you of our adventures together. I hope it brings you joy. Let's keep dreaming big and making memories, no matter the distance." With a smile on her face, Mia sent the package off, feeling hopeful. She imagined how happy Leo would be to receive it. Days went by, and Mia eagerly awaited a response. She checked her phone constantly, hoping for a message from Leo. Finally, one evening, as she was finishing her homework, her phone buzzed. It was a message from Leo. "Mia, I got your painting. It's amazing. You captured everything perfectly. I love it." Mia's heart soared. "I'm so glad you liked it. I wanted it to remind you of all the fun we had together." Leo replied, "It definitely does. Thank you so much. I miss you too. Let's plan a video call this weekend." The thought of seeing Leo's face again filled Mia with joy. They arranged a time, and as the day approached, she felt butterflies in her stomach. She wanted to share everything that had happened since he left. When the weekend arrived, Mia sat in front of her computer, excitement bubbling inside her. The call connected, and Leo's face appeared on the screen. "Hey, Mia," he said, grinning widely. "Hey, Leo. It's so good to see you," she replied, feeling a wave of happiness wash over her dot. They spent the next hour talking about their lives. Leo shared stories about his new friends and the places he had explored. He told Mia about a photography contest he entered and how he was learning new techniques. "I wish you could come to see my work in person," Leo said. "I really want to show you my favorite spots." "I would love that," Mia exclaimed. "And I want to show you my new art pieces too." As they talked, Mia felt the distance between them shrink. They were sharing their lives, dreams, and ideas, just like they used to. "I was thinking," Mia said, her voice growing serious, "what if we plan a project together? We could create something that combines your photography and my art." Leo's eyes lit up. "That's a fantastic idea. We could create a book that tells our story, our friendship through art and photos." Mia's heart raced at the thought. Yes, we could share our experiences and show how friendship can overcome distance. It would be like an adventure we're having together. They spent the next few weeks planning their project. They decided to call it Friendship Across Miles. They would each contribute art and photography, documenting their lives while staying connected. Mia painted scenes from their favorite memories, while Leo captured the beauty of his new surroundings. As they worked on their project, Mia felt inspired. She realized that even though they were apart, they were still creating together. Each new piece brought them closer, and she felt a renewed sense of hope for their friendship. One evening, while Mia was painting, she received another message from Leo. "I was thinking, what if we share our progress on social media? We could invite others to join us, to share their own stories of friendship." Mia's eyes widened with excitement. "That's brilliant. It could inspire others to stay connected with their friends, no matter where they are." They quickly set up an account on a social media platform and began sharing their work. They encouraged their friends to join in by posting pictures and stories about their own friendships. The response was overwhelming. Messages poured in from people all over, sharing their own experiences in art, Mia felt a sense of pride. Their project was growing beyond anything she had imagined. It was no longer just about them. It was about creating a community of support and connection. As they continued to share, Mia received a message from a girl named Emma. "I love what you and Leo are doing. I've lost touch with my best friend since she moved away, and this inspired me to reach out to her." Mia felt a warm glow in her heart. Their project was making a difference. She shared Emma's story with Leo, and they both felt encouraged. It showed them that they were not alone in their feelings of distance. Many others experienced the same challenges. As summer continued, Mia and Leo kept working on their project. They organized virtual events, inviting friends to share their stories and artwork. Each event brought laughter and connection, reminding everyone that distance didn't have to mean separation. One day, as they were preparing for an upcoming event, Mia received a message from Leo. "I have a surprise for you." "What is it?" she asked, curiosity piqued. "You know how we talked about visiting each other? I've been saving up, and I want to come see you next month." Mia gasped, her heart racing. "Really? That would be incredible. I can't wait to show you everything." The thought of seeing Leo again filled her with joy. Their friendship had endured the distance, and now it was about to grow even stronger. She realized that they had created something beautiful together, a project that not only connected them, but also inspired others. As the day approached for Leo's visit, Mia felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. She knew that their friendship would continue to thrive, no matter the challenges they faced. The blind princess loved the human, and their bond had proven to be unbreakable. On the day Leo arrived, Mia stood at the door, heart pounding with joy. When she saw him, she ran to him, and they embraced tightly. "I missed you so much," she exclaimed. "I missed you too. I can't believe I'm really here." Leo replied, beaming. As they stepped inside, Mia felt a rush of happiness. Together, they would continue their journey, overcoming distance and celebrating their friendship. They had shown that love and connection could thrive, no matter the miles apart. And in that moment, Mia knew that their adventure was just beginning. The day Leo arrived was one of the happiest days of Mia's life. As they embraced, Mia felt as if all the distance that had once separated them had finally disappeared. The joy of being together again filled her heart with warmth. She couldn't believe that after all their efforts to stay connected, they were finally face to face. "Welcome to my home," Mia said, pulling back to look at Leo. "I have so much to show you. I'm ready for an adventure." Leo replied, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Mia had planned an entire weekend of activities. They started with a visit to their favorite park, where they used to spend countless hours playing and exploring. As they walked through the familiar paths, Mia reminisced about their childhood adventures. "Remember when we climbed that giant oak tree?" she asked, pointing to the massive tree standing proudly in the park. "Of course. We thought we were explorers on a grand mission," Leo laughed. "I still can't believe we made it to the top." They spent the afternoon climbing trees, playing games, and laughing just like they used to. It was as if no time had passed at all. Mia felt a deep sense of happiness washing over her. Being together again reminded her of the bond they shared, one that distance had only strengthened. Later that evening, they returned home, tired but exhilarated. Mia's parents had prepared a special dinner to celebrate Leo's visit. As they sat around the table, sharing stories and laughter, Mia felt grateful for this moment. She looked at Leo, who was animatedly talking to her parents, and realized how much she had missed this connection. After dinner, they moved to the living room, where Mia suggested they work on their project, Friendship Across Miles. "Let's show my family what we've created so far," she said, her eyes shining with excitement. Leo nodded eagerly. "I can't wait to see what you've added since I last visited." They spread out their artwork and photographs on the coffee table. Mia's parents watched with interest as Leo shared stories about his photography and how he captured the beauty of his new town. Mia showed them her paintings, explaining the memories behind each piece. "This is amazing," her mom said, clearly impressed. "You both